Welcome to History at Home, bringing the museum to you. My name is Clark Burnett, and I am the Culture and Museums Manager for the City of Niagara Falls. For years, I have been fascinated with maps. What they tell us about a country, region, city from the past, and even today has captivated me. I'm pretty sure it's the order that maps make of a place and a space. I will never visit Niagara Falls as it was in 1897, but with the right map, I can begin to see the buildings, the way people moved, the backyards, the parks, and the landscape. Of all the maps I have looked at, none has fascinated me more than the 1862 map of Lincoln and Welland counties produced by George R. and G. M. Tremaine. These maps are lithograph paper that is affixed to a canvas backing and then treated with a lacquer or varnish. It is then mounted to wooden poles and rolled up for transportation. These maps are also quite large, measuring 186 centimeters by 127 centimeters. However, time has not been kind to many of these maps. Due to the format and size, most that I have seen in museum collections remain in a rolled up state, and the varnish in the paper became brittle and very delicate. As a result, few of these maps are in the original state of condition. This probably contributes to my enthrallment of these maps. A first look at the 1862 map, you notice the division of the region into political townships of the day. But immediately, one will notice that the outside of the region is decorated with houses, businesses, and views of Niagara. You look closer and you see a list of subscribers. Even closer still are the lot numbers that date back to the beginning of the European occupation of Niagara, and the names of those who either own the land or are tenants on the property. In the 1850s, the development of lithography created a boom in the map business. The more populous United States saw a number of businesses spring up and thousands of county maps produced. In Canada, one of the new map makers was George C. Tremaine, who was likely born in the United States across the border from Kingston. With him came his nephews George R. and Gaius M. Tremaine. Their first map was of Norfolk County, Canada West in 1856. They continued to add more counties in Canada West at the time. When you examine these maps, one can tell they had skills that assisted their business. The houses are drawn with great detail, and the maps are accurate when compared to other maps of their day. Despite current states of condition, I think the Tremaine maps are wonderful. They are sold to people living in the county. They provide those who own them something to put up on the wall that was both informative and interesting to look at. One likes to understand the world they live and navigate from a different view. But they can also say, I belong there. It is with this view that the purpose and contemporary value for a family to own one makes sense to me. However, as time moved on, one would think that an 1862 map would become less relevant to the owners and businesses who purchased them. They'd be out of date shortly after production, and would be less important to have on a wall. They'd be rolled up and tucked away, thus leading to the state of condition most museums now see them in. Thanks for letting us bring the museum to you.